One morning, Thomas rolled into the junction. "Good morning, Edward," he said. "Have you seen James? I haven't seen him in a while." "Well, no one has seen him in a while, Thomas," said Edward. "I wonder where he is now." James had not seen the Fat Controller for several days. He was left alone in the shed and he wasn't even allowed to go out and push coaches and trucks in the yard. "Oh dear," he thought, "I'll never be allowed out anymore. I'll have to stay in the shed for always." And he began to cry. Just then the Fat Controller came along. "I see you're sorry, James," he said. "I hope now that you'll be a better engine. You have given me a lot of trouble and people are laughing at my railway." They might have laughed, but Henry was laughing at James's misfortune. "Shut up, Henry," said the driver. Sir Topham Hatt never wanted to keep James in there forever, and he kindly let him out. James was delighted, and he backed down onto his truck. "Ow, ow, ow!" screamed the trucks. "We want a proper engine, not a red monster." James looked accusingly at Henry. "Did you tell them this?" he yelled. "No, of course not, James," said Henry innocently. "Have you got some bootlaces ready?" James was furious and he set off. Come along, he puffed. We won't, screamed the trucks. But James didn't care, and he pulled the screeching truck sternly out the yard. "Oh, come on, Henry," said the trucks. "Why do you let us take the blame for this?" "Because he might need some more bootlaces along his journey," chuckled Henry to himself. As James trundled out of the yard, Thomas was very surprised to see him back on the rails again. They both whistled to each other. And he soon passed Gordon as well, who was also surprised. The trucks tried hard to stop them, but James still kept on. But sometimes the trucks' brakes would slip on, and sometimes their axles would run hot. Each time they would have to stop and put the trouble right, and each time James would start again, determined not to let the trucks beat them. Give up! You can't pull us! You can't! Pulled the trucks. I can and I will! Puffed James. And slowly but surely, he pulled them along the line. At last, they saw Gordon's Hill ahead. "Look out for trouble, James," warned his driver. "We'll go fast and get them up before you know it. Don't let them stop you." So James went faster, and they were soon halfway up the hill. I'm doing it, he panted. But it was hard work. Will the top never come, he thought, and then, with a sudden jerk, it all came easier. I've done it, he puffed triumphantly. Hurrah, he thought, it's easy now. But his driver shut off steam. They've done it again, he said. We've left our tail behind. The last two trucks were running backwards down the hill. The coupling had snapped. But the guard was brave. He carefully made them stop, and he walked down the line to warn Edward, who was coming with a free coach train. "Oh, so that's why it was easy," said James, as he backed the other trucks carefully down. "What silly things trucks are," he continued. "There might have been an accident." "Shall I help you, James?" called Edward from behind. No thank you, Edward," answered James. "I'll pull them myself." "Good, don't let them beat you." So James got ready, and then with a beep beep, he was off. I can do it, he puffed. He pulled and puffed as high as he could. And as Edward cheered him on, James puffed up the hill and disappeared down the other side. They reached their station safely, and James bumped the trucks into the siding. "What a nuisance you things are," he said. "You caused a lot of trouble for me today." The trucks giggled weakly. As he puffed into the station to rest, he saw that Edward was alongside. And then he saw that someone was standing on the platform. It was the Fat Controller. "Oh dear," thought James. "What will he say?" But the Fat Controller was smiling. "I was in Edward's train and saw everything," he said. "You've made the most troublesome trucks on the line behave, and after that, you deserve to keep your red coat." And James and Edward looked at each other happily.